Elizabeth Short. Elizabeth Short, also known as the Black Dahlia, was born on July 29, 1924, in Boston, Massachusetts. She was the third of 5 daughters born to Cleo and Phoebe Short. Her father worked as a traveling salesman, and the family moved frequently during Short's childhood. When Short was 6 years old, her father built a miniature golf course in Medford, Massachusetts, which he managed with the help of his daughters. The family lived in a house on the golf course, and Short attended school in nearby Medford. In 1930, the family moved to Portland, Maine, where Short's father opened a luncheonette. However, the business struggled during the Great Depression, and the family was forced to move again. They eventually settled in Medford, Massachusetts, where Short attended high school. In 1943, when Short was 19 years old, her father's car was found abandoned in a parking lot in Medford. He had disappeared without a trace, and his whereabouts remain unknown to this day. Short's mother eventually moved to California with her youngest daughters, leaving Short behind in Massachusetts. After her father's disappearance, Short moved to Florida to live with her boyfriend. However, the relationship ended, and she eventually made her way to California, where she hoped to become an actress. She struggled to find work and was living in Los Angeles at the time of her death in 1947. Black Dahlia murder case. The Black Dahlia murder case refers to the brutal murder of Elizabeth Short, a young woman who was found mutilated and dismembered in a vacant lot in Los Angeles, California in 1947. The case became one of the most infamous unsolved murders in American history. The nickname reportedly originated from a 1946 film called The Blue Dahlia, which starred Alan Ladd and Veronica Lake. According to some accounts, a reporter for the Los Angeles Herald-Express named Bevo Means coined the term, Black Dahlia, as a play on words, referencing both the film and the fact that Short often dressed in black. Other accounts attribute the nickname to a writer for the Los Angeles Examiner named Aggie Underwood. Regardless of its origin, the name, Black Dahlia, quickly became associated with Elizabeth Short's murder and has been used to refer to the case ever since. Elizabeth Short was a 22-year-old aspiring actress who had moved to Los Angeles in the hopes of making it in Hollywood. On January 15, 1947, her body was discovered by a woman who was walking with her young daughter in a vacant lot in Los Angeles. Short's body was in a gruesome and disturbing condition. Her body had been severed in half at the waist, and both pieces had been arranged in a grotesque pose. Her arms were positioned above her head, and her legs were spread apart. The body had been drained of blood, and the killer had made numerous cuts to her face, including a deep gash that extended from the corners of her mouth to her ears, creating a macabre smile. The cuts were precise and appeared to have been made with a surgical instrument. The killer had also cut off Short's breasts and removed her pubic hair. In the immediate aftermath of the discovery of Elizabeth Short's body, the LAPD deployed over 400 officers to investigate the case. The FBI also became involved in the investigation, offering their assistance to the LAPD. Over 500 people were interviewed during the course of the investigation, including friends and acquaintances of Elizabeth Short, as well as potential suspects. The LAPD also received numerous tips and leads from members of the public, many of which were followed up on. One of the most significant developments in the investigation occurred when a package containing personal items belonging to Elizabeth Short, including her birth certificate and photographs, was mailed to the Los Angeles Examiner newspaper. The package also contained a handwritten letter that claimed responsibility for the murder, although the letter's authenticity has been called into question. Despite the extensive investigation, no one was ever charged with Elizabeth Short's murder. Over the years, many theories have been put forth about who may have been responsible for the crime, but none have been proven definitively. The Black Dahlia murder case has inspired numerous theories over the years, ranging from the plausible to the outlandish. Here are some of the most commonly discussed theories. The jealous boyfriend theory. This theory suggests that Elizabeth Short's murder was committed by a jealous boyfriend or ex-boyfriend. Short was known to have dated several men in the months leading up to her death, and some have speculated that one of them may have killed her in a fit of jealousy. The Hollywood conspiracy theory. This theory suggests that Elizabeth Short was killed by a group of wealthy and powerful individuals in Hollywood who were involved in illegal activities. Proponents of this theory point to the fact that Short was known to frequent bars and nightclubs where she may have come into contact with these individuals. The serial killer theory. Some investigators have speculated that the Black Dahlia murder was the work of a serial killer who was active in Los Angeles at the time. There were several other unsolved murders in the area around the same time as Short's death, leading some to believe that they may have been the work of the same individual. The medical examiner theory. This theory suggests that the medical examiner who performed the autopsy on Elizabeth Short may have been involved in her murder. Some have pointed to the fact that the cuts on Short's body were extremely precise and could have been made by someone with medical training. The revenge theory. This theory suggests that Elizabeth Short was killed as an act of revenge for something she had done or said. Some have speculated that Short may have been involved in prostitution or other illegal activities, and that her murder was a message to others involved in these activities. It is important to note that none of these theories have been proven definitively, and the identity of the person or persons responsible for the Black Dahlia murder remains a mystery to this day, and it continues to fascinate and captivate people to this day. The case has inspired numerous books, movies, and TV shows, and it remains a symbol of the darker side of Hollywood and Los Angeles. In recent years, advances in forensic technology have led to renewed efforts to solve the case. In 2018, the LAPD announced that they had used DNA evidence to create a composite image of a potential suspect in the case, although no arrests have been made. The Black Dahlia murder case remains one of the most enduring mysteries in American history.